Things are getting very interesting and very complicated for Raila Odinga's haters. About 4 days ago, Mauritius candidate withdrew and endorsed Raila Odinga. That was about 4 days ago. Mauritius candidate having withdrawn, there were only 3 candidates remaining in the race for AUC. Yesterday, another candidate withdrew. Seychelles candidate withdrew and supported Raila Odinga. So we have only 2 candidates remaining in the race, Raila Odinga and Djibouti's candidate. And nobody knows, at this rate, maybe it's just a matter of time before Djibouti's candidate also withdraws in support of Raila Odinga. That's a very likely possibility. And I'm saying that because so far, 22 countries have endorsed Raila Odinga. Only 2 countries have endorsed Djibouti's candidate. To win AUC, you need 32 countries. Raila only needs 10. Djibouti's candidate needs 30 countries to endorse him. So far, he has only 2. I won't be wrong to say it might be just a matter of time before the Djibouti's candidate also withdraws in support of Raila Odinga. I want us to listen to Seychelles' candidate as he withdrew and threw his weight behind Raila Odinga. Before we do that, allow me to humbly blow my own trumpet. The world is so thankless to a point sometimes it forces us to blow our own trumpets. I'm very proud that we are the only platform that is very truthful to Kenyans. Here we are not massaging anybody's political ego. We say the truth as it is. And sometimes the truth is being seen as biased, but it will still remain the truth. For those who have been following me here, before Raila Odinga joined William Ruto, I was talking of William Ruto being a one-term president. And I was very much justified in saying that because William Ruto was fighting Rigathi Gachagua, and at that time, he was also fighting the opposition, Raila Odinga and the rest. And it was very evident, eventually William Ruto was going to part ways with Rigathi Gachagua. What that meant was that William Ruto was going to be a one-term president for fighting and parting ways with Rigathi, and also for fighting Raila Odinga and the opposition. Raila so far joined William Samoei Ruto. So you are seeing things have changed. And that's why I no longer talk of William Ruto becoming a one-term president. And I'm saying that because it's a fact, and I'm very sure about this, that Raila Odinga's traditional support bases, in their majorities, as long as Raila supports Ruto, take this to the bank, in their majorities, they will support William Samoei Ruto. I'm talking of Nyanza, Western, Coast, Nairobi, Northeastern. That's why I no longer talk of a William Ruto becoming a one-term president. That's why I no longer talk of a William Ruto becoming a one-term president. As long as Raila supports Ruto, Ruto will win 2027. Kenyans don't look at developments per se. They look at where their ethnic political leaders are. Ruto currently, as I speak, he has more ethnic political leaders in Kenya than this other team. That's why I no longer talk of a William Ruto becoming a one-term president. Kenyans don't look at developments per se. When I say that, I'm not taking sides. I'm just saying the truth as it is. And that's why I'm very proud that we are the only platform that is very truthful to Kenyans. All these other ones are just going with the winds, just trying to please people. Here we don't please people. We say the truth as it is. That's why I'm very proud that we are the only platform that is very truthful to Kenyans. And right now, when I say Raila Odinga is going to win AUC come February, it's remaining just about 2 months. That's the truth. It's the presidents and heads of governments who will vote. So far, most of them have endorsed Raila Odinga. And even these ones who are withdrawing, they are withdrawing to endorse Raila Odinga. In that they are seeing Raila Odinga is the person with the highest chance of winning. Let's listen to this Seychelles candidate before we continue. Listen to this.
My name is Vincent Meriton, the former Vice President of the Republic of Seychelles and former candidate for the African Union chairpersonship position. I withdrew my candidacy from the African Union chairpersonship race. I withdrew my candidacy from the African Union chairpersonship race due to health reasons in July this year. I would not have been able to withstand the pressure that goes with the position. Today, I want to lend my support to His Excellency Raila Odinga as he travels far and wide along the continent to spread his message of Pan-Africanism, of peace, security, prosperity for all the continent and its citizens. As Africa positions itself to play a more assertive role on the international scene, we need a new leadership at the African Union Commission. The race is not about rivalry among the candidates, but seeing who is the best son that can lead our continent as we move ahead. I admire the drive, the passion, the enthusiasm that His Excellency has. His long years of experience is what our continent needs as we move ahead, as we take our rightful place along the communities on the international scene. With His Excellency Raila Odinga and all the member states and all the regional economic communities, we cannot but succeed. Let us rally behind him for the good of our continent, for the good of our children, of our mothers, of our businesses, of all our communities.
I've just had a very useful meeting with the former Vice President of the Republic of Seychelles, His Excellency Vincent Meriton. Vincent Meriton has been a politician in Seychelles for a long time, and he's told me that he wanted to run for the chairmanship of the African Union, but opted not to submit his application because of his respect for me. He has volunteered to help in the campaign for the chairmanship. I want to take the opportunity to thank him for his sense of patriotism and of sacrifice to support my campaign. I thank him very much for his generosity. Thank you.
Let's put that into perspective. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. What does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? Just as I've stated when we were starting, there are only two candidates now remaining, Raila Odinga and Djibouti's candidate. So far with this endorsement, Raila now has over 22 countries that have openly endorsed him in public. Djibouti's candidate has only two, Djibouti and Somalia. To win the seat, you need 32 countries. Raila only needs 10. Djibouti's candidate needs 30. And looking on how these candidates are withdrawing and endorsing Raila Odinga, they have already seen Raila Odinga is most likely going to win this seat. That's why they are withdrawing and endorsing him. You can't withdraw your candidature and then you support a losing candidate. We've seen candidates withdrawing and endorsing Raila Odinga. They are not endorsing Djibouti's candidate. Any person using his head properly can just see where the wind is blowing towards. It's blowing towards Raila Odinga, not Djibouti's candidate. It's presidents and heads of government who will vote, not the people. So for this one still talking of Djibouti's candidate, you are behind the news. I won't be wrong to say it's just a matter of time. We might eventually even find the Djibouti's candidate withdrawing to support Raila Odinga. By February, chances are very high Raila Odinga might go unopposed. And even if he does not go unopposed, he's clearly going to win AUC come February. According to African Union, this time is for Eastern Africa to produce the chairperson of AUC. And looking at these East African countries, almost all of them have endorsed Raila Odinga. If now these other countries turn around to support another candidate who has not been endorsed with the majority of these East African countries, it will be seen as betrayal. These other countries will have no option but to support the candidate being supported by a majority of Eastern African countries. That's common sense. Raila Odinga is going to win AUC come February next year. Take a loan from any nearest bank and you challenge me after 2 months. Raila will win that seat with a landslide. To Raila Odinga's haters, continue hating, continue being unpatriotic. You've all along given us bad leaders in Kenya, but this time around, there is no Chebukati in Addis Ababa. It's important you know and understand that in good time. Let me stop it there. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. I'm very proud that we are the only platform that is very truthful to Kenyans, irrespective of the consequences. We are not going to change anytime soon. We are still going to preach the truth and the truth alone. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.